Hey guys, welcome back out in the garage. First off, I just want to say happy Thanksgiving to all of you and your families, and may it be blessed. And but what I want to also talk about today, just a real quick video, is more on this iron cylinder head that we're trying to shoot for 450 CFM on this port here. Okay, on the last video, I floated at 700 inch lift and we had 288.6 or whatever it was. Okay, but before I removed the head off the bench, I was asked what was the head flowing at 600, which we didn't flow different lifts because we just figured we're just going to start from 7 because we're just after this one goal thing. You know, it's just, again, a fun deal, right? So what I'm going to do before I remove this head right now, it's still set at 700, so we'll drop it down to 600 and we'll just go ahead and flow it. We'll see what that number is, and then basically that'll be the answer to the gentleman's question. Okay, so and then I'll be able to remove it, and then when I get a chance in between other stuff, I'll go ahead and work around that guide area we talked about in the last video. So anyway, and I'll do the same way as I did on the last video. I'm just going to write everything down because it's really hard to see this stuff. I can see it right now without the flashlight I used yesterday or day before. But it's just easier if I just write it down, then we can calculate it together on the calculator again, okay? So let's see if we can do this. So we're still at 700. Let's see. Okay, so we're at that 700. Let's see, we want to back off, don't we? Yeah, so we want to back that off 100. All right, right there. Okay. Or better yet, let's do this. I don't know why I always have a game plan and then I change it right in the middle of stuff. Let's just go ahead and undo this. Ooh, right on the 0, look at that. And this is loose. Okay, let's just go ahead and let me put this, see if I can balance the camera a little better. Now let's just go ahead and count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I always pass it, don't ask me why, and I like to come back, and I like to go right back to it. It's just some phobia thing I guess I have. So there's 6 right there. Alright, now let's go ahead and flow this bad boy, and I'll write down the numbers. We can even blow this up a little bit if you want, then you won't be able to see. You might be able to see some of it going on. Alright, let's go ahead and let me get my paper ready. Got my trusty pen. Here was the numbers from the last video. Alright, here we go. This is set, this is set. Alright, let's see. So anyway, I came up with, well, we had 4.2 on the last video, 4.7, 52, 51 and a half, And of course the 215 is our setting here for our flow rate. So that will remain 215. Okay, there's our numbers. Let me go ahead and, I use this chart, I have to find this 4.7. And I go down till I find it, then I go all the way across the 28 inch, because I can do 10, 15, 25, and 28. And we're at 2.441. So this number here now becomes 2.441. Okay, so we don't need that. So there's our numbers, and it's 51 and a half on the percentage. Okay, let me bring this up and we'll just calculate it together. See if I can do like we did on the last one. Move this down, there we go. Perfect. Try to lock that right there. Okay, we'll see what this is at 600 inch lift. Here's our numbers again. So our first, okay, there's our 0. Okay, so our first number is going to be 215. So 215 times 4.7, which converts to 2.441. So 2.441, okay, times 51.5%. So we'll go 0.51.5 equals 270.2. Right there, okay. Whoop, I didn't know if I showed you. There you go. 270.2. Okay, 270.2. Just out of curiosity, let's use the same number and didn't use that half. It was just over 51, so I just put it as a half. Let's just see if it was just an even 51. 215 times 2.441 times 0.50 equals, oh, I must have hit a wrong button there. Okay, 215 times 2.441 times 0.51 equals 267.6. So that little half right there, 267.6. So there's the difference that half gave, 267 to 270. So like, let's just say 3 CFM right there on how you want to look at it. Okay, so anyway, so that would just be an average. So somewhere right in there. Cool. All right, so that answered that question. Go ahead and back this up. Lock that. Raise that back up. All right, guys. So now we know what it was at 6, but I'm not going to keep going and going and going. I just want to kind of just get this show on the road on this one. But that wasn't a bad deal there. I guess it was probably good to have a couple different numbers, right? So anyway, 6, we'll just say 267 to 270. And at 7, we were 288. It was actually 288.6 or whatever, so 288, 289, 290-ish, okay? So there it is. So now, next time we do this cylinder head, I'll have another something else done to it, like I say. So I'll probably start in the guide area first. We'll go in there and do some stuff and then see what our new number is going to be, all right? All right, guys. So that's that. And again, happy Thanksgiving. And I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.